Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the effects of red meat. Now, my mom always tells my dad not to eat red meat. Now, it's not just my mom, even his doctors have been saying that for many years. Now, truth be told, he does not really eat red meat as much as he eats any other meat like chicken or whatever. I've always wondered why these people kept telling my dad this, and I always connected red meat and kidneys together because red meat is a high protein food and too much protein cannot be handled by our kidneys. But it is not just your kidney, your whole body takes a negative effect if you consume more than the right amount of red meat. This topic is important to me because I can compare myself so much to this. I can relate it so much, and I see myself in it or with the effects of red meat. Now, after doing a little research, I was able to come up with some effects of red meat, which I hope can be very informative to every one of you. Today I'm going to talk about 3 effects of red meat. The red meat might be very tasty and expensive, but what is more precious, your life or red meat? Now, after discussing these 3 effects, I want to make sure that each and every one of us can decide this question, and we'll come back to this at the end. There are many effects of red meat. One of them is a risk for cardiovascular disease or heart diseases and stroke. When red meat is consumed, the cholesterol and the saturated fats present in the diet accumulates in the walls of our heart and the blood vessels, forming plaques. Now, these plaques obstruct the blood flow, and this makes it harder for the heart to pump blood, increasing the chances of having a heart attack. The fat in the red meat can cause a person to put on extra weight, which is a risk factor for developing high blood pressure. This extra weight from the meat leads to people being obese. Obesity itself can be dangerous, and it leads to a sedentary lifestyle, which is my second effect of eating too much red meat. Sedentary lifestyle. What is sedentary lifestyle? Sedentary lifestyle is a type of lifestyle involving little or no physical activity. If you have talked with people who are obese and overweight, especially obese, it's just so hard for them to move around because of all the weight and fat on their body. When eating red meat, all the fat does not just go into your heart and cause you let you have a heart attack, but it goes to different other parts of the body as well, causing other risk over there. Studies have consistently shown that leading a sedentary life can contribute to not just obesity but also type 2 diabetes, some types of cancer, cardiovascular disease, and early death. All these effects are very similar to the ones of red meat. In the beginning, I was going to talk about 3 effects of red meat. Now, my third one is cancer. According to the National Cancer Institute, chemicals like hydrocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons are formed when red meat and other muscle meat are heated or cooked using high temperatures. These chemicals have been found to be mutagenic, which means they actually are mutations that are going to be in your DNA, and these changes increase the risk for cancer. Cancer can lead to other effects as well, which I'm sure so many of us are aware of. Now, we all know there's one and only one solution to every problem, which is the decisions we make for ourselves. Red meat is tasty. I'm not going to say no to that. And we can all eat it every single day. But why eat it if it's going to cause these effects that are life-threatening? Like, why waste your life, just for red meat? Like, it's not worth it, y'all. Now, the effects of red meat are many, but the most common ones are cardiovascular disease, sedentary lifestyle or obesity, and cancer. There are plenty of solutions for all these health problems that we face. For example, a vegan diet is a solution to many of these issues. A vegan diet can improve several parameters of health problems that we face, like reversal of cardiovascular disease or heart disease, decrease in BMI, which is the body mass index, which relates to obesity and everything else, and it can decrease the risk of diabetes and also decrease the blood pressure. But at the end, it all depends on the decisions we make as individuals of today's society. Before I finish speaking, I would like to put this question in front of y'all again. What is more precious, your life or red meat? Think about this every time you eat red meat. I would like to thank every one of you for listening to my speech, and I hope this was very informative to every one of you. Thank you and have a blessed day.